Hey guys, I'm Kamen Rider Silver, and today we are back with another custom action figure showcase. Today's topic, Attack on Titan. These are all 3D printed and painted customs by me, Kamen Rider Silver. I really started making some Attack on Titan customs in the second part of Season 4. The art style by Mappa and just some of these designs that come in the later part of the season were really inspirational to me. And the fact that they didn't have figures yet and still don't have figures is a crime. I need Bandai, I need McFarlane, I need somebody to pick up the Attack on Titan license. But in the meantime, I made myself some custom figures. We've got the Eren Attack Titan here. We've got Falco's Jaw Titan. We've got an army of Colossal Titans. We've got some set pieces. This is going to be awesome, guys. Thank you for recommending this down in the comments. I've really wanted to show this stuff off, but I wasn't quite sure if there was an audience for it. This is the perfect time. Attack on Titan Season 4, Part 3, Part 1 comes out March 3rd, so this is the perfect time to highlight these awesome figures and this awesome franchise. So let's get right into it. The first part of my customs that I wanted to show off was the diorama set pieces that I've made. So first off, let's move these out of the way. This is the most simple one. These are the Zeppelins, or the airships, from the first part of the second part. Oh my gosh, it's getting down to it. We're getting part 1, part 3. They're breaking this into a million pieces. But you see these Zeppelins in the first part of the second part of the 4th season. These are, of course, from the nation of Marley in the show. These are the enemies, and they came in this kind of formation. And there was this really cool scene where they're all kind of flying like that. So this was inspired by that. These were just some airships that I found on Thingiverse. I did not make these files myself, but every other file that I did make is on Thingiverse. So this was a real simple one. They were just printed in 2 pieces, and then I kind of glued them together right there, drilled a hole, stuck them on a little skewer, and put them into formation. So I have that in the back of my display. Real simple, but really fun. I like that. Now, moving those out of the way, we have some Warhammer Titan crystals. If you remember from, actually this is part 1, the Warhammer Titan is able to create Titan crystal from the ground. And in those scenes, the Warhammer Titan creates these trees, almost like trees. So this is just a spike that I made. And then this one is the tree that Eren gets kind of thrown up onto. He's like that. So that is what this is supposed to represent. And I just kind of made a cone in Tinkercad. And I just put a bunch of little smaller cones on it. So this is a really simple file to make. But these are fun to just kind of have in the back. Little Titan Christmas trees. Now moving on to one of my dream figures that I created. This is the Jaw Titan. Falco's Jaw Titan, to be specific. In the manga, I really loved seeing this design. And you're able to see him in the manga, but you don't see all of him. You really just kind of see his top half. So when he appeared in the anime, we got a really good look at what this Titan looks like. It's kind of bird-like. You see this jaw, but then he has his mouth on the inside, and he's feathered, which is just something so unique for a Titan. So this design was one of my favorites, and nobody's made a figure of this guy yet. He hasn't been in the anime for too long, but still, this is one of my favorite designs, so I had to make a figure. This kit consists of the hands and the feet and the head. This is a King Kong body, a Kong from Godzilla vs. Kong. I believe this was the fighter jet Kong from Playmates Toys. And he's, you know, got a gorilla body to him, but I thought it was kind of a good stocky body for the Jaw Titan. These hands are from a Thingiverse file. I can't remember, some kind of goblin maybe. These feet are from a T-Rex Thingiverse file. And then this head is something that I created, mashing files together like I do. There's like a raven mask somewhere in here that I kind of cut holes out of. There's a Wolverine head in here. That's where this gritting face comes from. This is actually a Wolverine statue. You can kind of see him burying his teeth in there. This is a Wolverine statue, and then this hair was for like a Nendoroid or something, and I stuck that on there, and I mashed them all together, and I made the Jaw Titan head. And, you know, for mashing some files together, I'm very, very proud of myself. This is like, I don't know. It came out nice, and it really kind of does this beak thing that I wanted it to. I think this was actually maybe a fursuit for like a fur costume, like a raven fursuit. So I created it into something new, and when you paint it how it's supposed to look, you can't even tell it was all those things I just told you about. Now, this figure does require some sculpting, I would say. I put some of these kind of scoots on the hands, a little more feather to him. I sculpted down here this kind of transition. This is really one of those kind of involved kits. You have to pop out you kind of have to shave down the arm to pop the hands in. You got to shave down the feet to kind of put the feet in. This head just plugs in. It's not the smoothest thing in the world. You see it's like all flat. So it plugs in, and there's probably this, you know, this kind of ugly cut right here. But from this angle, you're not going to really tell. So this was kind of my first attempt at making a kit that you could print and upgrade an existing figure of. So you can get this guy actually into some cool poses. This Kong is actually pretty expressive. Like that. You can get him on all fours. I really like how animalistic this Titan is. You can get him on all fours, kind of crawling. And I think overall the proportions that I got on this guy are just right. The Jaw Titan always has kind of this shorter bottom half and this heavier upper half. But wow, this is kind of a dream come true for me. Both seeing him in the anime and having his own custom figure. Now I think you all know what's coming next. Rumbling, rumbling, it's coming, rumbling, rumbling. This is my custom rumbling diorama. This is my army of colossal titans, the ones that were sleeping inside of the walls, unleashed to rain terror on the earth. This is my favorite diorama that I have created. This first part right here is supposed to be Aaron's founding titan as he's transforming. This is not the founding titan itself, you know, the big skeleton. That's too big to print. I haven't figured that out yet. I want to, but I haven't figured that out yet. So this right here is something I made, a little file I cobbled together. This is just a snake skeleton that I found was articulated, and then I stuck a skull on him. You know that part where he's like, pshing, and his eyes light up and he, Rah! So, whoa, that's the first part. That is Aaron's transforming founding titan. And it's articulated. This thing is really fun to play with. Look for it on my Thingiverse. But the main focal point of this diorama are the colossal titans. This is my army of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 colossal titans. I made this file by taking a colossal titan bobblehead that I found. I stretched him out, and then I found a colossal titan head, and I stuck him on his little shoulders, this tiny little pinhead. And I designed this in such a way that they could be printed in one piece. If you see here, these hands are attached to the thigh or to the kneecap. They're kind of attached so that when this is printing, it can just go straight up. No supports. It can just kind of go up and bridge right here and go up. So I made this as the ultimate Colossal Titan army builder. You can just plug and play. You can just print a ton of these with no supports. And I printed these with 0 infill, or actually technically lightning infill on Kira, I think it is. So it probably infills a little bit towards the top. But if you listen, these are hollow. These print in about 3 hours at the scale that I have them at. Let's bring in a tape measure. They measure at just about 7 inches. They print in about 3 hours at good quality, no supports, and you can just print a ton of them, which I have done here. I want to print more of these guys, but I don't know if I have space to have that many. I would like to print, like 20 of them, but I printed 8 of them, and I painted them all up with different kinds of heads. My paint jobs on these are not the best. I was just kind of trying to do a lot of them, so I couldn't get super detailed. But I spray painted them all this red, and then I came in with white and just kind of filled in some of these crevices. Like I said, not the best paint jobs in the world, but they've got different faces. So, because all the different Colossal Titans all have different faces. So I wanted to give them kind of uniqueness. I didn't really base any of them off of anything in particular, so I just kind of went to town. That guy's got kind of a luchador kind of face right there. You got this one. He's kind of got a more skull kind of thing going on. Still open on the sides, a little more muscle on the side. You've got this one. It's kind of got some stripes coming in. A little bit more of a forehead in there. Tried to put the little teeth in there. You've got this one who is he's just got a skull for a head, which I like. I wanted one that was just a skull head. You've got this one. This one's kind of similar to one I've already had, but I like this design. Got the little teeth in there. But, the detail on these guys is not amazing, but when you're printing so many of them, I think it doesn't really matter anymore. And then you've got, I would say this one is your classic Bertolt Colossal Titan. Just a straight up Colossal Titan like we see in season 1. And then this last one is kind of based off of like the first one that you see in the Rumbling. So they've all got different faces, same body. Let's bring them all in. And you've got this ultimate rumbling army coming to a town near you. Now finally, the star of the show, the Shingeki no Kyojin himself, Eren Yeager, in his Attack Titan form. Now this body is the V-Toys Body Zero. This is not the figure that came out recently that was a third-party Attack Titan figure. I actually made this custom before they revealed that, and when they revealed that, I was like, oh my gosh, they're copying me. I did buy that figure, but when I received him, I didn't open him. I felt satisfied with this figure, so I just went back around and sold him again. I love this custom. I've spent a lot of time developing it. It started out as just a stock V-Toys body with a 3D printed head that I found the file on CG Trader. So unfortunately this head I can't supply the file for because I did not make it. But I printed that head and I liked it. For a while there I had this painted up and on my shelf. But then as the Mappa season started rolling out and their art style became a little bit more clear, I altered this head a bit. I sculpted a stronger chin. I sculpted some longer strands of hair in the front. And I sculpted some nice pointy elf ears like this Titan has. This head is super fragile. I'm sure if I touched like this strand right here, it would just break in half. But I think for what it is, I really do like it. This figure is one of a kind, and that is why I kept it over the one that came out. Now, if Tamashii Nations or Figma, Mafex, if they want to make a proper Attack Titan figure, I will be all down for that. Let me grab the one official, or the two official Attack Titan figures that I have. So here are the other official Attack Titan figures that I have, and to my knowledge are the only ones that really exist, besides maybe some minis here and there. This is the Kotobukiya model kit, and then this is the Good Smile Company Pop-Up Parade Attack Titan. Now, while technically we do have some Attack Titan official figures, these are not really action figures. This is a model kit and this is a statue. We have yet to have an action figure company like Bandai Tamashii Nations or Figma. We've yet to have them make a action figure, a real working action figure of the Attack Titan or any of the Titans, for a matter of fact. So that's what I mean when I say somebody needs to pick up this darn license. Going back to my figure, there is my custom sculpted head, looking cool. I put a nice wash on this body. Now over time, it's looking like this crotch piece and this abdomen, or the top of the chest right here, I don't know, are kind of a different color. It's like the plastic is yellowed maybe, or this plastic yellowed up here. Maybe it's just to my eyes. So this looks like the color's changed a little over time. That's fine. But we've got these fists in his Titan hardening mode that I just sculpted with some epoxy sculpt. And nothing down here has changed, but this is my Attack Titan figure. I know V-Toys wants to make an armored Titan. They want to make an armored Titan. I'd like to see them do that. I think it would scale great with this guy, being that it would probably be based off the same body. But yeah, just look at that. I'm really proud of this figure. So there you go, guys. There was a look at all my custom Attack on Titan figures. Some of these files, like the Aaron head and the Airships, I did not make myself, so they will not be in my Thingiverse link. But these other ones, like the Colossal Titans and the Jaw Titan head and the Founding Titan articulated figure, those will all be for free on my Thingiverse, which I will link down in the description. Please go and print some of these for yourself. A lot of these are really easy prints and they look awesome, especially since we don't have official figures for these guys. Please, this is a call for help to the companies. Please make some Attack on Titan figures. You'll make so much money. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please follow me on Instagram. If you make any of these, please tag me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!